Welcome back. All right, so because it's Easter, I thought, I'll pick up Cinnabon. We just got her fixed a couple of days ago, so that makes her officially ours. If you pay to get an animal spayed, you got to keep it. So she is the friendliest of our bunnies. Means we have a lot of rabbits. They're all fixed, so we can't have more rabbits. Be careful if you have rabbits. They do, in fact, multiply like rabbits, just as advertised. All right, you all right, sweetie? Can I talk about this? All right. And I want to throw this out there too. Before the playoffs, we are going to do picks this year by the animals, where the 3 cats and the six rabbits will let them pick whoever they think is going to win each series, and we'll do that in each round, and we'll see who's more accurate, the animals or the hockey guy. And I'm betting on the animals. Anyways, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Are you okay with me jumping into it? You all right with that? Okay. She's pretty chill, so she should be okay with me holding her. See, I say that, and then she finds, oh, there's a desk there. Can I jump on that? No, you can't jump on the computer, sweetie, or we don't do the video. Come here. All right. So, the Florida Panthers, with their win today, they're now at 10 straight wins. They've been ridiculous. Their goal differential is now plus 99. That's a lot. And then out west, you've got Colorado, who have 9 straight wins, and they're a plus 88 in the goal differential department. Nazem Kadri may return this week. Gabriel Landeskog's been out. I just find it so bizarre. Ekblad's, of course, been out for Florida. These guys are missing major players. So when I see a team struggling and a person will say, well, yeah, they're struggling because that one guy's out, to me that just highlights how deep both Colorado and Florida are. Absolutely. They're going to be fantastic in the playoffs, I think. But again, playoff time, everything changes. I'll be interested to see who slows these teams down and how that works. In other news, Freddie Anderson, of course, got hurt last night, and that's alarming news, more than I think the loss against Colorado was. And he is to have an MRI in the coming days. So that MRI will tell them how bad it is. An MRI tells you he's not day-to-day in all likelihood. So we'll see, right? We'll see whether or not he's going to be out for a while. And, of course, Jordan Staal got injured last night. I haven't seen any updates yet on how long he might be out or what's going on there. Oh, you're thinking, all right. When a rabbit's spring-loaded, you got to recognize it and put the rabbit down as soon as possible, or else they just jump at whatever they're looking at, and they can crash. She just had an operation, not letting her crash somewhere. All right, so hope you enjoyed the Easter Bunny part of the video. Let's get into the rest of the news. Shabbat is skating. He may return before season's end for the Ottawa Senators, which is great news. Shabbat being out of the lineup absolutely makes a difference for Ottawa, as does not having Matthew Joseph, who was really starting to put it together in Ottawa. He may return before the season's over as well. Since there's so little time left in the season, we're in that phase where it's, yeah, they might come back, they might not. We've no idea because it's only, a couple of weeks till the season's over. But again, for Ottawa, get healthy, come back next year, and get back into the playoff hunt. And again, with unknown status, because we're getting close to the playoff time, so this is where we start hearing less and less information. Capo Caco, with a lower body injury, left yesterday's game for the Rangers. Caco has had a up and down season, mostly down with injuries, scoring droughts here and there. I still think Caco's got the elements of a pretty good player there. I think he has top 6 potential. However, we're getting to that point in his career where, does it happen next year? Does he end up getting moved? Like, what do the Rangers do at this point? For Caco, it will be interesting to see. Again, I think if he's fully healthy and if he's on board and he gets off to a good start next year, I don't see any reason why he can't be a productive top 6 forward. I'm not going to call him a bust because it is way too early for that, in my opinion. But I know there are people who are making that statement when it comes to Caco. He does have the talent. He has the ability. Didn't have the puck luck he needed. And, of course, now it's injury luck as well. Pezzetta. Michael Pezzetta has a hearing today, Montreal Canadiens, after a head hit last night on TJ Oshie. So that game got kind of rough, and that head hit didn't help. Oshie, of course, had a goal in that game as well. So we'll see what he gets. I would think probably a game or two. That seems to be the standard. However, with the 4 games given to Malkin, maybe they flex a little bit. And there have been times, too, where there's been the accusation that it's easier to flex that on a guy like Pezzetta, team not making the playoffs. Pezzetta's not a top 6 forward. Maybe he gets the book thrown at him. I would think, though, all honesty, everything all aside, probably 1 or 2 games for him, but we'll see. We'll see how vicious they think the head hit was and how predatory it looked. Last night on Hockey Night in Canada, Jeff Merrick reporting that the PHWPA, the women's union, is looking to form their own league. So the PHF, it didn't work. The PHF, it's not going to work for them. So they're coming up with a business plan, which will ensure that players are paid, have benefits, and all of that. And they plan to start in January of next year. They're planning to start with 6 teams based out of both Canada and the U.S. Now, there hasn't been an official statement from them. It's not going to be called the PHWPA League. It's going to have a brand new league. It's going to have its own branding and all that. And so this is where the rubber meets the road, because we're going to have 2 leagues, which is absolutely not what you want with women's hockey. You want one strong league. And having 2 leagues, there's going to be a lot of debate, right, about whether or not they can survive. Survivability is big, and it's part of the reason why the union's been out of the PHF for so long, because they don't think it will. So, fingers crossed on that one. We'll see where they end up putting a team. I would think if they're looking in Canada, they can't go to Toronto. Toronto has the Toronto Six, right, in the PHF. So Montreal, maybe Vancouver, maybe Calgary, because Calgary's had a team before too. So we'll see. Anyways, so again, we'll definitely hear opinions on what women's leagues should do and all of that, but it will be interesting to balance out and see which leagues end up being better and which leagues attract better players. It is seen that the union has the higher profile, bigger names in women's hockey, and we'll see whether or not that equals a league that's a little more along the profitable side. Vancouver Canucks. So the question of the Canucks' viability for the playoffs, it is increasingly looking dire. They are 7 points back of both Dallas and Nashville for the wild card spot, so that's pretty much gone. They've played the same number of games. They have 2 games in hand on LA, but they're 6 points back, so they need to win both of those games, and then they need help. So Vancouver needs to be on a run. They would need to win, you got to think, probably 5 out of the last 6, and then they need some help. And then the other problem is they're also behind Vegas by 3 points. Vegas has 1 extra game played over Vancouver. But again, if Vancouver wins those games in hand, they still need help to get past those teams and into the playoffs. So I have kind of thrown in the towel. For tomorrow night's game, I'm going to have fun with it. I've debated whether I'm going to wear Vancouver or Dallas. And it occurred to me, why not both? So, yeah, I may end up doing that. But yeah, so I'm not cutting apart 2 jerseys and sewing them together in the middle and Vancouver on one side and Dallas on the other. That's monstrosity stuff, and I don't understand why people do. I don't even care if it's an old secondhand jersey. You just don't. It's bad. But I see that, and it makes my brain explode. So I'm not gonna be doing that, but we'll see what I do. All right, there you go. Let me know your thoughts regarding any of these items in the comments section below as we get started for Buffalo and Philly is getting started in a few minutes here. I'm really psyched for that rematch from last night. But I will say this, it is fun to see how Owen Power's developing. That is fun. Anyways, there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Again, happy Easter from me, from my family, to you and to yours. And hope you have a wonderful rest of your spring. Thank you guys again for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.